Hey guys.
Hey, everybody.
Buddy, welcome to another fun edition of Supernatural Talk with us.
Yay.
Your sound went out for a little bit, but I could tell what you were saying though.
What, for me?
Yeah, it seemed like you were talking and then all of a sudden the sound went out briefly, but then it came back.
Oh, that's because.
See, it's happening. It's happening again.
So, everybody, welcome. We have a special yet crazy guest with us today. Somebody, somebody who I have worked with on quite a few occasions just in the last year.
Year or two, yeah. Yeah, year and a half.
This is Brad Ferris, and he lives in Indianapolis. And I hate that town right now because driving through that city is a bitch.
Yeah, it's actually going to get worse. They're actually going to close part of 465, so it's going to get worse.
Is it like just as bad as like our traffic here in Chicago?
No, because a good portion of 465 has gone from 6 or 7 lanes down to 1.
Oh my gosh! Jeez.
Yeah, they're actually going to completely close part of the north or the east side of 465 too.
Oh man!
For like 5 weeks.
That's going to be torture.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen in like the next week or two.
What's up, Jan?
Gee.
Oh, very quick. What Brad just said. Adrian better be careful on how she thrives. Or Brad will think it's him.
Oh yeah, so that you know, Brad, this other Brad here, every week on the show, he gets a death threat. He gets flipped off.
Yeah, I've been confused with Brad Webb before, so yeah, on other shows that I've been on.
So that when Adrian says, "Brad, I'm going to kill you," just understand that it's not directed at you.
Okay, good to know.
Who is this Facebook user here?
Give me a minute.
Well, while you're doing that, while you're doing that, Brad Webb said, "So driving through that town is like my ex, Jeremy."
I am not even going there, Brad. Okay, that is Tom.
Oh, it's Tom McNicholas?
Yep.
Okay.
Tom, why are you always becoming Facebook user?
I don't know. That's what I'm always asking. Why does he always become Facebook user? I've told him which page to go so his name could show up.
Yeah.
Get a protective order, Brad. He said the B word.
Which B word? I think we've covered about 20 of them already.
When he said that traffic was a bitch.
Am I lying?
You're not. You're not.
No, I'm not saying that. It's just that I guess Brad Webb has never heard you say that. And of course, I just said it myself. Yeah, he said he doesn't know why, Tom. He's always showing up. He did it so many times.
Brad, Tom, just go to the network page. Get out of the universal page.
Yeah, seriously. Come on now. What's up, Kate? Good to see you.
Kate, I am glad you are here because I was going through the schedule and I was actually going to say something to Nick, but I knew that he wasn't going to be available until a minute into the show. Again, I'm not lying to you.
Yeah, I know.
Kate, are you still available to be our guest for next week? Are you still good to go?
Give her a second or so.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who do we have next week because I knew that we had somebody. There's Tom.
Now he's showing
I
up.
knew that we had somebody for next week, and I had to go on there. And, it's Kate. So
yep. Here she goes. Here she is. 100%.
Okay, good. So that's already been announced. Kate Frazee or Frazee, however she pronounces it.
I've never really figured out her last name. I mean, I know her last name, but I wasn't sure how to pronounce it.
Well, she can tell us next week.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
She can tell me next week because you're not going to be here until the show starts.
Damn it, Dan. You have to bring this up to Kate.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God. Don't let them lie to you, Brad. You have Adrian just loves to hate.
Yeah, Adrian will be on right now. She's a little swamped with work. She told us that there's like a bag up on a lot of calls. Hi, Mimi.
Hey, Mimi.
So, but Adrian should be here at some point.
You're on Jeremy's page. That's why he's always appearing as a Facebook user.
Well, when he says my page, he means the universal page.
Oh, okay. That I guess that's yeah. You just want to come on.
Comments don't even come.
Yeah.
Which I'm not even. Eileen is working. She is doing some extra work stuff. She even showed us a picture of what she's doing. Here's what's in front of me. So if she does come tonight, she's going to be late.
Oh, here's your answer, Jeremy, about her last name. That's the first one, Frazzi. It's pronounced Italian.
Okay. All right. Well, we got that out of the way. So let us all find out who the hell Brad Ferris is. Bradley, introduce yourself tonight.
Well, I'm Brad Ferris. I've been investigating the paranormal for about 13, 14 years. But like I said earlier, I do live in a very haunted house. So I've seen crazy stuff in this house since I was about 4 or 5. So I've always kind of been into the paranormal. So just starting investigating just kind of came naturally to me.
And you are also very involved in a lot of different aspects of this thing too.
I do, yeah. I'm helping with Para Unity 5 coming up in a few weeks. I help at Hannah House every year. I try to promote other events like this weekend out in Central Illinois, SilCon.
Oh, you're going to SilCon?
I am not, but I have been in the past.
I was going to say I'm going to be going there this weekend.
I don't know if I have a way out there, but because I don't drive, so if I had a way out there, I'd be out there. But yeah, but I've been to it before. I've helped at Hannah House for many years. I do a weekly podcast on my friend's page where we talk about local indie music. We try different bourbons, and then we talk paranormal at the end of the show. So,
yeah, what is the name of that show? I was trying to look for it, but
Wicker Bill.
Okay.
It was an indie band, and they broke up, and then they were like, we can make a podcast out of this, and just because it was this, they'd go practice every Friday night, and then they would just drink bourbon and bullshit. So that's kind of what we do every Friday now. We just put a camera and microphones in front of us.
Oh God, Brad Webb, seriously.
Well, let's wait until Eileen gets here, and then we can.
If she does get here at all, though.
If she does get here, that is absolutely right. So you were in a band?
I was not. I went to band practice just to give them my opinion and for like an outside source of, hey, does this sound good? Does this not sound good? So I just kind of sat there and listened and then give my opinion.
Okay, yeah, that 4-bar section there, that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no musical talent at all, so I wouldn't be good in a band, but I have a good ear, so I can tell if it sounds right or not.
Yeah, and I got neither. I've got no musical talent, and I don't have any good ears, so I'm out on that one. All I can do is just write words.
This one time at bad practice.
Okay, so having said that, do you have a funny, crazy, stupid story that you can say that starts with that line?
Let me think.
Well, I can help you out with that. You just start
one that you can actually tell.
Yeah, one that doesn't get me in trouble. Hold on. Let's see. Last week when we went to band practice or the podcast, I ended up not coming home until 2:00 in the morning. So, And the show and our podcast is from 7 to 8. So I was out for a while after the show.
I'm not so sure. I could say that's something that's really bad because there's been times where we've been on a show and we didn't get off until 3 a.m.
Yeah. I know we were on for like 6.5 hours from and it was because I'm Central Standard Time. Mm-hmm. We started at 7 o'clock in the evening, my time, which was 8 o'clock your guys' time. So obviously, yeah. I think we didn't get off till 2 o'clock in the morning for me, 3 a.m. for him.
Yeah,
that's not being live.
No,
that was after the show. Yeah,
that was after the show.
Yeah, no. I've done that not that late, but on Clarissa's show when I've been co-hosting with her on as her guest. After the show, we've talked for at least another hour or two before. So yeah, I can get that.
Okay, another hour or so. That's about the norm. Mm-hmm. But 5 hours, 6 hours, no.
Yeah, that's a bit excessive.
Brad Webb, you tell me you won't stay on during a show that long. I see how that is.
Actually, Brad, that was well before your time.
Yep.
That was actually before the Thames Network.
Sean was asking, by the way, what kind of activity happens at your place?
Oh, at my house? I'll just start at the beginning. So, the first thing I remember is seeing weird lights floating through my bedroom, and that started happening when I was 4 or 5. And then when I was about 7 or 8, we had a bag of candy turn itself. It was standing up, and it was designed to stand up, and it had been standing up for days. One morning, it fell over, and a piece of candy would roll out of it, roll off the TV tray, fall to the floor, roll out about 3 feet, and did a complete circle. And then the next piece would do the same thing, and we're nobody was near it. Nobody was within 10 feet of it. We just watched it happen.
Wow.
I hear footsteps. I've seen 2 or 3 different shadow figures. I've seen the little head of a girl float down my hallway.
Sam was asking if they were kids.
Yep, I've seen one kid. I had my.
Does that get unsettling for you, seeing kids in your house?
Not really. I mean, it just has always been home. So, and actually, let me start even before I was even born. When my mom married my dad in '78 and moved up here, she would bring wedding gifts and keep them in the spare bedroom at the time, and then come back the next week and bring more stuff. But when she'd bring more stuff, the lids to what she'd previously bought had been open and things had been moved around, and Dad lived here alone and never went in that room, so stuff would be moving around there.
And speaking of your mother, is she on?
I don't know. Did you ever get on, Mom? No, she's not. She did not find it. Bring me your pad. I can get you on there.
Because real quick side story, before we even went on live, she came in here yelling at him, "Hey, I can't find you." Because we're not on yet.
Sam's asking 2 other questions, by the way. Are the spirits good?
Yeah, we've not had anything super negative happen. We did have a picture thrown off the wall once.
Somebody must not have been happy. Whoever was in that picture.
Yeah, can I hear it? You should be able to just turn the volume up on the side of the pad. Okay, she's good now. She's on there. But yeah, it was in my bedroom, and my bedroom has display cases for my NASCAR collection. Well, this picture came up off the hook, out around the car case, and 3 or 4 feet away, and it was face down, smashed. But it didn't just fall straight off the hook. It came out and moved around, and
Like somebody literally threw it.
Someone literally picked it up and threw it.
Wow.
Who was in that picture?
It was a picture of Dale Earnhardt.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad is a huge Dale Earnhardt fan, so
was mine.
Yeah, we have a piece of tire from his final race.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Ooh, wow.
Check it out.
Yeah, that was a sad day when we lost. Lost him.
It was. My mom will say that he cried more that day than whenever she passes.
Oh,
and that's probably the truth.
How long ago was he that he passed? How long ago was it?
He passed in 2001.
Oh, so like over 20 years ago.
Yeah, February of 2001.
Yeah. Okay. He died right on the track, Nick.
Yep.
Wow.
Last lap of the mid-50s.
Oh, he was a young guy still.
Yeah, I want to say he was 51.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, still a young guy.
He still had plenty of years left in him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, especially 51. Yeah.
Little E, well, I really don't know of a lot of drivers that keep racing into their 50s. A few of them have, I know. And his son, Little E, had just started in the main series.
Right, like that year or the year before, yeah.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is that wreck, that was just a minor looking wreck.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't wear a full helmet, and his chin actually he fell forward so hard his chin broke his steering wheel.
Jeez.
Okay, I did not know that part.
Yeah, that's what probably actually killed him.
Yikes.
Because he didn't wear a full face helmet, he just wore the open, but his face went forward and the top part of his steering wheel was broken by his chin.
Unbelievable.
And that's what put to motion the headrest protection that they have now.
Mm-hmm, the Hans device and a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have put up cameras before because, my house has actually been investigated by a couple different teams. And one night after a team had been here, I put a trail camera similar to the ones you used, Jeremy, shooting from my bedroom across the hall into my parents'. And you can see this black figure come out of their bathroom and go back in less than a quarter of a second.
Yeah, that's what Brad was actually just asking that, saying, did you have any documented evidence from the activity at your house? So I think
I've got some EVP recordings. I've had that video. Like I said, I've had multiple teams here. The first team I ever joined came in before I joined their team, so that's kind of how I got introduced into them.
Tell us about your team. It's Indiana Afterlife Society.
Yeah, I have a few teams. I have India Afterlife. That's my team that has like the most likes and follows and shares and everything. But Gray Area Paranormal is my current team, like that I do most of my hunting with, and I also have No Nonsense Paranormal.
I like that one, No Nonsense.
Yeah, we try to stay out of the drama, and we've not done anything with that team for a couple years because two of the members live way over in Ohio by West Virginia, so we just haven't, with COVID and everything, we kind of haven't got back together. But I'd really like to investigate with them again because they're really, when we work together, we can put out really good YouTube videos, and because we have a couple of YouTube videos on our No Nonsense page that have like 7,000 views a piece. So
take a breath, Nick. Take a breath.
I'm sorry, that threw me off guard with what Brad Webb just said.
How can that throw you off guard? He's always saying stuff like that.
Yeah, I know, but that really got me.
Well, just remember, if you feel a bout of laughter coming, just mute yourself.
I always mute myself. I always remind myself on that.
And what's the other team that you have? Greater something?
Gray area paranormal.
Gray area. Okay.
Because the paranormal kind of falls into that gray area. It's not well defined, so that's why we came up with that name.
It's not defined at all, really.
Right.
No,
it's in the gray area.
So is that the one where you have JS and Liberty and?
Yeah, JS is actually in all three of my teams. He's in Indie Afterlife. He's in No Nonsense, and he and I came up with Gray Area because I've been investigating with him for like 12 years.
Here's Adrian.
What's up, Adrian? Oh, and
there goes Adrian.
Now you see him. Now you don't.
But yeah, No Nonsense is not No Nonsense. Gray Area is me, JS, Liberty, Samantha Eichelberg, Lisa, Romney Brown, Matt Campbell. I'm probably missing someone, maybe. I can't remember.
I can fully relate to you on that. I keep having to go back to my roster of people just when I'm tagging everybody on my post for my team, just to make sure, okay, I've got everybody tagged here, so I'm not missing anybody.
Right.
Because I've got over 20 under our things roster. But actually, I take that back. It's grown even more now ever since we added the international teams.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Adrian?
How's it going, Adrian?
Oh, another day in paradise.
More phone calls than you'd care to take, huh?
Oh, yeah. I think the last one I ended up telling a school where they can shove it.
Oh, wow.
That's always fun.
Yeah. I've had enough. 10 hours, 4 days a week. Yeah, I'm done.
You're ready for a 3-day weekend.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how that's going to go. I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so we'll see.
Oh, jeez, Jan.
That didn't work.
I thought you just dropped it or something.
Yeah, I had help.
There's Ghost.
Ghost, come here. Yeah. Nah, not you.
Jeez.
Oh, and there's Baby Girl.
Baby Girl. I was trying to remember the other ones.
And there's Rose.
Oh my God, Brad Webb. He just asked. He's asking you, Adrian, this question.
Yeah, he's gonna fix it where I can kick your ass. Yeah.
See, we told you, Brad.
Yep.
So this is twice now where you're not on the computer. What's going on?
Yeah.
Actually, Zach, our boy, they have a recall on the Kias. And this is the same car that you can put any screwdriver in and take off with it. And people are doing it. And he owns one of those. Well, he drove it into our yard the other day and goes, I think my motor is done. What? He said, I think it's throwing a rod. How much oil? Oil? What? Empty. Thank God, though, they had a recall on these cars because the engines were actually blowing up.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
So, but with this recall, they are behind. Like, they're supposed to give them a rental or something. And they're like 40 people behind. It's going to be 3 months before he gets a rental. What? So how long is it taking you to fix the car? So Zach had to go take the car in, and we had to get our car back from him.
Jeez.
And I can't get on Zach's computer. It's face recognition, and yeah, I don't look like Zach.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
That would explain why he's always the one getting everything all set up for you before you get down there.
He better, because I go straight down, fly down the stairs, say hi, and straight into the show. Where's
the Zach mask?
Yeah, I don't want that mask. No, I'm good. I'm okay. I don't like facial hair. It's okay. No, but we get to actually go fishing this weekend after we go eat breakfast with all the war vets.
Oh, nice.
That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, probably my last one this year, so may as well enjoy it.
Okay, I was going to
Take
say.
a picture of it, print it out, and held it up.
Weekends.
I might try that and see if it actually works. If it does, we're in trouble.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
You got to do their jobs for them. Yeah. Unfortunately, I try to be nice about it, but after getting yelled at and cussed by a few people, and because of their policy, and they couldn't do what they were supposed to. Yeah. Nope. Oh my gosh! Look. Oh, now you want to stop? Seriously? He's antagonizing her.
Hang on once. This I gotta see.
Yeah, I was just ready to do that.
I'm already ahead of you.
I am surprised you still have Rose.
Oh, shit. Rose is mine now.
Oh.
For now. But you want to see something really funny?
Uh-oh.
Get out the squirt bottle and watch what happens.
Oh, okay, back to solo layout.
Ghost, you want to stop now? You done? Are you done? You done?
Tim and Crystal have to do that with their dog.
I will. Oh, she's eating it.
I see she likes it.
Are you serious?
Oh, and hello, Joshua. Welcome to the show.
Oh, that's Josh, Facebook user.
That is Joshua.
Oh, Joshua! Oh my God, it's been a long time since we've seen him.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how your last name is pronounced, Josh.
Joshua Dickinson?
That's what I thought it was.
Is it?
Huh?
Is it Joshua Dickinson?
No, the other Josh. The animal.
The animal. Oh,
Animal.
Oh, Josh. Okay, I know which Josh that is. Okay, yeah, been a while. Yeah, definitely with him.
Don't know.
See,
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, nice to see
Right,
him.
the
actual one that went by animal. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And Jan just laid claim on your dog.
Yeah.
No, it's here. It's mine until, well, I don't know.
What's up, Scott?
Hi, Scott. Mr. Ninja.
Yeah. Hey,
Hello.
also here, Clarissa.
Hey, Clarissa.
Okay, so now, since she is here, she just raised up a question for me. So you and Clarissa did a series of evidence reviews,
Right, over the summer, yes.
over the summer. How did that come about? Who came up with the idea, and how were you guys able to work out the format for that?
It was her idea, and then we kind of just worked on it together to come up with what we wanted to share each week and what theme we would do for each week. Like we did like famous photos and famous videos. Then we did cryptids. And then
That was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed doing it. And then the last week was my own evidence. So
I really enjoyed doing that alien one with you guys.
yeah, the alien one was fun. They were all fun, but I enjoy doing the shows.
So any plans on doing that again?
We've talked about it, so we're working on trying to decide. She's trying to decide what she wants to do for next season anyway, so. But
Okay.
yeah, I told her if she needed another co-host, let me know.
Well, I know she's itching to do a show. So.
Yes, I know she's itching to do an investigation too once Para-Unity's done too. So.
Oh, I know she is about it.
I learned that the hard way when I forgot to get back to her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we how do I say this politely?
Oh my God.
She really gave it to Nick. Yeah.
She'd let me. I'll say right now. She let me have it.
He did. And,
I can see that.
and Tammy and I were laughing. Nick was trying to hide himself in that chair. He was blushing so red.
Oh, you mean like he does when we say boobs?
Oh God, Marissa, come on! I made a mistake.
He made a 4-week-long mistake. Because when she found out that Nick and I were riding together out there, hey, can you say something to Nick? He still hasn't gotten back with me. I told Nick a month ago.
I think I was with her at the time she asked you guys this.
See how small of a world it is?
You know, that should have been the time when I myself should have been put into protective custody.
So Nick, let's see what happens if you have her doing a story for you.
Oh,
Payback, Nick.
I'm not even in a chair this time. I'm actually on a couch, so I'm not going to be able to fall off this time.
Yeah, you look like you were leaning back quite a ways there.
No, I'm just stretching my back out.
Okay, I'm just waiting on that chair to flip, and all of a sudden, all we see is Nick's legs. That would be a great clip for the blooper reel for Supernatural Talk.
Oh my gosh! Oh yeah, and this too. Jeremy had a ball having fun while I was sleeping.
Oh yeah, I know. I was the one that suggested the markers.
Somebody's been to too many parties.
Well, actually,
it really does on Friday night. That is a party.
Yeah, and I've had my teammates because I have a lot of tattoos. I've had my teammates threaten to color my tattoos in if I ever fall asleep in an investigation. So I know not to fall asleep in investigations.
Yes,
that would be funny.
What's up, Joanne?
Yeah, but I don't think they mean with markers.
Oh God! Can you imagine what
if they did anything else, and he would wake up and stop them? So that's why you got to do it with markers, because it'd be so light he'd never feel it.
I'm more concerned of what the hell you'd be writing on my face if I was sleeping. Although I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but I can already imagine what Jan would write on my face.
Oh, I know exactly what Jan would write.
Yeah, no.
It's me you got to worry about, because you don't know what I'm going to do. A lot of you have found that out the hard way.
Why not glow in the dark paint?
I'll just drop boobs on your forehead. It's okay.
You know what? Brad actually just... and Tom, I remember you were going to do that, and I made sure that was not going to happen. He tried cutting my hair once. That is definitely not going to happen. What's up, Robert?
Actually, Brad, there is a story I would like for you to talk about. I've talked about this briefly on the show before.
Okay.
But you were actually there, so you can give another point of view of it.
Okay.
Little incident that you and I had at Middle Point.
The firecracker?
The firecracker, and what happened before that when I had my experience where at the same time of the firecracker.
Yeah. We were up on the second floor, Middle Point, just before you get to the little short hallway that goes into the dark room, and we were looking towards the front of the school, and that's when you thought you saw like a little kid or something sitting in a chair.
Yep.
And then that's when the asshole local people set off a shit ton of firecrackers. And it was so loud. It was the loudest noise I'd ever heard. me and Clarissa were like, "What the hell is going on?" We thought it was paranormal at first, and we even talked it up to paranormal.
Paranormal fireworks.
But then once I
heard it,
yeah, and he didn't hear it at all. So he was just like, "What do you guys?" And then once he was leaving, and I went out the front of the building with him, and that's when I actually found the firecrackers.
Oh my god!
Yeah, this was either the weekend before or after.
Yeah, right around the 4th of July. Yep.
Because behind the school, there's a very large field, and there were people way out in the distance shooting off fireworks.
Yeah, but these were like right on the front steps.
Yeah.
And they were even like bouncing off the glass windows, and it was so loud.
Yeah, because I remember you went downstairs and she and I stayed up there, and you shook the door, and she said that's what it was.
But then when you were leaving for the night, that's when I actually found the firecrackers. I actually brought some home. I'm not sure where they're at, but they're around here somewhere.
Why would you bring those home?
Fireworks?
I've got bricks from haunted locations. I've got all kinds of souvenirs from haunted places. So,
well, you know, Tom Nicholas, who I know is watching, he has a brick from Batcher's Grove Cemetery.
Oh, nice.
On one occasion. I remember last time he said he still keeps it in his car, though. He does not dare to bring it into his apartment.
I've got most of mine are out front, but some of my stuff's in here in the house.
Why would you? Why in the car?
Hey, let's since Jenny's on, I definitely
happy birthday, Jenny.
Wish her a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
This is the something anniversary of Jenny's 21st birthday. Anniversary it is.
That's what I would draw. What the hell is it? Oh yeah. See? I knew she was gonna say this.
So please explain to me why Tom would leave that in his car.
Actually, no, it's in his house.
It's in his house?
He just said to confirm that.
Okay, because Tom, a car is a little more dangerous than a house if something's going to happen.
Well, some people learned that the hard way when they had the actual Annabelle doll in the car. The Warrens learned that the hard way.
Yep.
Okay, so I have to ask this, and Nick, I don't mean to bring up any bad memories, but I have to ask.
Okay.
Was this in the car that day that you two were heading out to Mansfield?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I have a brick from Mansfield, actually.
That's the only car that, well, as long as I've known Tom, that's the only car that he has.
Do you mind?
Yep. See, he just confirmed it too.
There you go, Tom. If you did not have that in the car,
I take something from every location, whether it's a rock, a stick, a brick that's fallen down, anything.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, since Jeremy just brought up the accident we had, believe it or not, Brad, we were on our way to Mansfield. Because we were going for Paris Con.
Okay. Yeah, I took a daytime tour of Mansfield and walked out with a brick. So thank God for cargo shorts.
There are you.
Good night, Clarissa. That's all you wear.
Well, I'm wearing cargo shorts right now, actually.
I wear cargo shorts in the wintertime. So.
Now Tom's brakes are not working too well.
If you be 20 below, Nick, that's what he's wearing: cargo shorts
and sandals.
Don't
forget the sandals.
That.
I will have socks on if it gets that cold, but they'll still be sandals.
Jan, Adrian took my innocence on an investigation. I am not touching that one either.
No, I am so not going to get there because I would go on the air after this.
You know what? It's best not to touch that because we would never be able to look at Jan and Adrian the same way again after that.
Number one, when in the fuck were you innocent?
See, apparently both Brads are one and the same.
Jan has already learned not to say certain things around me because I will use it against her.
I'm not going there either.
I would like an elaboration on that one.
You're on your own for that.
Which one are you talking about, Adrian?
Huh?
Which one are you talking about? An elaboration on what?
On me and her in the car.
Well, I would imagine it may have something to do with that 3-hour trip down to the Abbey. Or however long it was.
Or the 12-hour trip to Wisconsin, but
yeah, there's that one too.
I don't doubt that.
Oh, hi there, Alex.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Brad's like, we don't need an elaboration. And yeah, apparently Brad Webb also wears nothing but cargo shorts and pants.
That's a sight to think about. What the hell?
But here's the thing: he wears pants in the wintertime, so
I don't do that.
Brad makes a good.
This Brad doesn't do that.
Well, Brad Webb also makes a good point. What happens in the car stays in the car.
That's the way it should be.
I missed a whole lot. Yeah.
Well, let's look at it this way, Adrian. You can just say you were under the influence. You have no memory, and you're good.
No, actually, what this was is we have matching tattoos, and we went to go see my boy, which by the end of the trip was her boy, and her kids are my kids. And we made the comment to the tattoo artist because he was outside pacing and doing all kinds of crap. My son's a tall Indian boy. And one of us said something about our son, and I think his jaw just dropped. If you don't know us, there's a million ways you can go with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
Till the video gets late.
God damn it.
Hey, it's not a video on you, Nick, so you got nothing to worry about.
That's right.
But it sounds like there might be one, so let's discuss that one. He got real defensive very quickly. Nick?
Wait, what video?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Because he said something about a video, and you were like, "Oh my god!"
No, I think it was regarding. You know, I'm not going that direction.
Uh-huh.
I am not going there.
Well, this is what I mean, that we become a bunch of squirrels on this show.
I can dig it. This is kind of like my Friday night show. So
yeah, we tend to be very interactive with the audience.
You know, I sometimes would always jokingly say, like, especially for those who come on the first time, saying I sometimes feel bad for the guests because even if we tell them, they're going to be like at the end of the night, like, I'm never coming out of this show again.
I try to warn them ahead of time. Say, hey, if you hear any death threats, it's not towards you, especially if your name is Brad.
No, I dig this. This is kind of like my Friday night show. So
I don't think we've really had too many sticks in the mud and if we did, well, they're on the wrong show anyway, because
we did have a couple that were worried in the beginning, and then they went with it, and we had a great show from that point on. I would like to circle back on to something else here with you, Brad.
Okay.
We were talking earlier about how you are involved in more ways than just investigating. You do a lot of volunteer work.
I do.
For different conventions. How did that all start for you?
I started volunteering at Hannah House because I was really good friends with Danielle Garrison before Jason took over running it. So she asked me to help a few times, and then once Jason took over, he has had me help. So I've been helping him with parking for the last 3 or 4 years, and then I get to hang out there, and I've got to investigate the Hannah house with them and stuff. So people like me for my parking cars ability, I think. Because that's what Clarice is going to use me for too. So
I know she's talked about doing that before bringing you in on that one.
Yeah,
because I remember there was a whole bunch of you guys out there last year at the Hannah house. Because people weren't supposed to start setting up until 8:00.
right.
And I get a text from Amanda, actually, and it was before 7. She said people are already here setting up, and I'm thinking, oh shit, I had to go.
Yeah,
I was going to go get breakfast and everything. I never had a chance to do that. I didn't get a chance to eat until after the event.
What's funny is this year I didn't even get to the event until like 9:00. I was super late.
Oh wow!
But it still went really smooth, and I got it. We got everybody parked, and then we just got to hang out the rest of the day. So,
do you ever set up at conventions?
I have set up at Hannah House in the past, and I have set up at a convention in. It was actually in Fort Wayne. It was put on by the Ferris sisters, Tina and.
What was that?
Yo, what the hell was that noise?
I don't know.
Who did that come from?
That just like took me completely off guard.
Yeah, that sounded like a voice coming through someone's microphone. But
I'm telling you, but this house last week has been unreal. So, Jeremy, you might be able to pinpoint it. I don't know. Going back on it.
Yeah, see, everyone's like heard that too.
48 minutes. I think it may have come from your phone, AJ.
No, Tom, I didn't. Shut up. That is not no.
Yeah,
I heard it from my side.
Yeah, voices are pretty common at my house too, so
Yeah.
it could have been my house too.
Well, it seems since Adrian is on a phone, everything seems to be a little heightened. So I think it may have been from that.
I don't know. I heard it.
Because
I don't know. It was weird though, that recording.
This basement especially. Well, as a matter of fact, last night, Rose, and she never does this. She got up in the middle of the night. When we first laid down, she got up, went in the hallway, and just started barking. Like, what the? Get in here. And I took her, put her back to bed, and probably 2 or 3 in the morning, she got up and did it again. So I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, that was just totally took us off guard right there.
That was just weird.
I heard it, but I thought maybe it was somebody. It sounded like somebody squeaking something, or like a metal cup moving across something. I didn't know what.
Like a man's voice to me.
It did.
Oh, see, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I just heard like a squeak or something.
Nick, you're not playing with your microphone again, are you?
No, I'm on my laptop this time. So I'm not even in my studio. I'm not even in my office tonight.
A couple of weeks ago, Nick was cleaning. I think it was the base of his phone.
Yeah, it was covered in dust.
He squeaked, so I had to mute him. He didn't realize he was making that kind of a noise. Then a few minutes later, when he was done, he tried talking. He realized he was on mute.
I was cleaning it because it was covered with dust, and I needed to wash it. And as I was cleaning it, I didn't even realize it was making noise.
Nick, that's what you do when you're behind the scenes and not on the air.
I saw it at the last second. I had my cleaner stuff right next to me, and I thought, you know what, this will only take a few seconds or maybe a minute. And that's what I did, but I didn't even think that it was going to make a noise because it was the weird thing. I didn't hear it from my side.
No, you it's coming from you.
Yeah, it was weird, but yeah, it made a lot. It now makes a lot of sense why I was.
Yeah, it just happened again.
Again?
I didn't hear it this time.
I did.
What did you guys hear?
It almost sounded like somebody coming in through a radio, like doing an announcement on a radio.
Well, I mean,
I have
my phone did go off, and my phone did go off from Facebook, so I don't know if that's what you guys heard.
Nothing's on in my house. Nothing.
Yeah, I'm completely separated from everybody in my house too.
Stealing my cup. She's already got one, Brad.
We have a very interesting show, ladies and gentlemen. So do little tick marks whenever you hear something strange. Mark it for the time.
Yeah. We'll do a live investigation on the show.
So you're talking to a guy who
Yeah,
dies
wouldn't be the
during
first time we've done that too.
No, it's not the first time. I'll tell you what. We had friends over here last weekend, and we were down here till like 2:30, 3 in the morning, and the guys had went to bed, and we're down here investigating, and one of the guys comes down and his spirit box is going off. He was in the kitchen, so like, okay. And we caught whispering, we caught talking, all kinds of things.
That's why I have this charger right.
You found writing on your whiteboard.
Yeah, but that was a living spirit.
Yeah, it was.
Tom, that's why I have this completely charged up right now and it's still plugged in.
I was going to ask you about that, Nick. Since
it is plugged in. I'm on full battery and it's still plugged in right now.
Which is what it should have been all the times.
In fact, later tonight I'm going to be charging everything else up for Silicon tomorrow. So
what time are you leaving for that anyway?
Tom told me he's gonna come pick me up around 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and they usually have it in a town called in a town called Mattoon, which is down in Brad, as you know, it's down in central Illinois,
right?
But for whatever reason, they're not going to be. Well, we are still getting the hotel at the Sweet Dreams Hotel, which is where you can get the discount. While that's still going to be in Mattoon. For whatever reason, the Coast County Mall is unable to have the event there once again. So as a result of that, it's going to be a half hour further south, and it's going to be in the town of it's going to be in the town of Effingham.
I know exactly where that's at because
right on 70.
Yep, just north of that, there's got that great big cross on the side.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I've never been to Effingham, so this is my first time ever going to that town.
Well, the only reason I know about that is because when I'm on 70 and I'm on my way out to Baton Rouge, is I'll turn. I think it's 55 that runs down there, and my exit for the turn is right past that big cross.
I've been to Effingham a couple times.
Wait, Marilyn Manson there, Sweet Dreams. I gotta admit though, I love that cover of Sweet Dreams that Marilyn.
Me too.
I have that actually on my. It's got a creepy vibe to it. I actually have it on my Halloween music list. I consider it more of a Halloween type of song.
I'm actually not that big a fan of his.
See, I'm not that big a fan of his either. It's just a couple songs that I like, and that's one of them.
Yep, I like Sweet Dreams and The Dope Show.
The only other one I can think of
I remember when that one came out.
The only other song that I like from him, and he actually did this as part of a TV show, is when he did the theme song for the TV series Salem, Pound Me the Witch Drums, and that was actually pretty cool to listen to. And what better than in the later last season they did, he himself appeared on the show, and he didn't have the long hair anymore, so I didn't even recognize him.
He doesn't even perform as Marilyn Manson anymore, does he?
I don't know if he does, but I know he's been getting more into acting, and that's when he eventually you don't see it very often. Like the guy that performs the theme song would eventually be a cast member on the show, and even his character that he plays in Salem, you could tell he's still kind of himself, because there's a scene where somebody throws like a dagger or a knife or something, and it like goes right into his shoulder. He like bats, and he goes back. He's like, "Ouch!" Like it's no big deal to him. That sounds a lot like his normal self. But yeah, he does look weird without makeup.
I remember when he did a cover on this Halloween.
What?
When he covered "This Is Halloween."
Oh yeah, well, I got to be honest. I liked that cover too.
I didn't say I liked it. I just say I remember when he did it.
Yeah. Okay. So I should correct myself. I have that cover too.
Yeah.
Oh.
So speaking of music, the band that you would hang out with, you say you didn't play with. What kind of music did they put out?
They did covers from everything. They covered. They did Billy Idol. They did. Put me on the spot now. I can't remember. Jimi Hendrix.
That's the whole point of a live show,
right? Yeah, my friend Jeff is who was the lead singer of the band, and he's also on my podcast with me. So I know they did Motorhead. They did all kinds of music. They wanted to be called. They wanted to be known as the most okayest dad band.
Most okayest dad band. I've never. That's a new one. Hey, you know what? That's a new band name right there. Okay as dad.
Right.
Let me guess. Were they wearing the dad sweaters with the white collar sticking out? And
no, Jeff would wear button downs and then cut the sleeves off of them. And usually cargo shorts.
Didn't AC/DC do that?
Probably. They did do it. They did AC/DC songs, so that could be where you got the idea.
If I ever start a band of my own, I'm going to make sure I call it Okay as Dad. I better trademark that before someone else does.
Yep.
The okayest dad band?
Yeah. Indy's most okayest dad band is what they wanted to be known as.
Well, since Jeremy, since you've done music, I guess we'll have to make with guest appearances by you.
I'm not going to be known for music. I can tell you that.
They were a decent band. They just kind of had a falling out, and the band went away. But they wanted to continue hanging out on Friday nights, so they decided just to use the band's Facebook page as a platform to do a podcast.
And you guys are able to do a podcast pretty much every week, right?
Pretty close. Like one week I was in Texas, so they called me live from the show. One week I was at a ghost hunt, so they called me. They did the podcast live and then called me, and I was on air via phone. So we try to do it every week, but some weeks we miss. I don't sure what's going on this week if we're doing one or not. So
do you ever prepare your show, or is it just
we prepare by looking up what local bands are playing. We discuss what bourbon we're going to taste that night and do a little research on it, and then it's just free game after that.
Depending on how much bourbon, I imagine so.
Right. We usually try to do the bourbon in the middle of the show, so we're not like drunk beforehand. But there have been a few weeks where we've done it at Jeff's house, and I go over there early, and we started drinking at 2:00, and the show starts at 7:00. So by the time the show starts, it's just pure entertainment.
I'd be like, forget the show at that point.
Yeah, if you start drinking at 2:00, 7:00 comes around, there ain't gonna be no show tonight.
Yeah, well, we still did a show, but it was entertaining. That was our birthday week that we started. We started at drinking at 2:00 the day of the show. So
that's
you said it was
like a ghost box right there.
It did.
Well, you said that this was like someone's birthday or something. Someone turning 21 or something.
Somebody turned 21 several times that day.
No.
It's a different kind of show that night, Brett.
Oh, I didn't know Gavin was supposed to be at Silicon again this year. Yes, karaoke's in my future, which, I
Gavin
do
is
that.
everywhere.
Well, and also too, karaoke. I turn that into a concert when I perform.
Well, you damn sure didn't come perform when we went to the temple.
Nobody told me that was going on. I would have.
Yeah, you'd have been embarrassed. We were pretty bad.
And I correct myself. Yeah, they turned 24. What am I saying? Not 21.
No,
Eileen would correct me on that.
12. You didn't hear me, Nick, did you?
Sorry, what?
I said you still have yet to turn 12.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I don't know if I'd want to go back to that age.
I do. Somebody else pays my bills. They tell me what to do. I have no problem with that.
Yeah, but then 6 years later, you got to start paying your own bills again.
Yeah, but that's okay.
So why would you want to go through 6 years and be used to not paying bills and then, oh shit, I got to do it again now? Might as well just keep it going since you're used to it by now.
Do you ever get used to that?
Maybe.
Good point. Well, you get used to it, you just don't like it.
I bitch every payday.
Hello, Tim. Long time no see.
Oh, Tim.
Oh, wow. Hi, Tim.
God, this is awesome. Good to see you.
Yeah, got to talk to him about a week or so ago.
Brad, I'm innocent. I am not going to a strip club. I'm good.
Oh boy, I can imagine on that.
That is not.
I can't imagine going in the parking lot where the pictures are up on the little, glow light. No, it wouldn't happen.
Definitely not going to happen.
I've investigated a strip club before.
That was cool.
It's different if you're investigating, like when that club is not in operation.
I've done two. One was open, and there was just nobody there, and I was in Arkansas, and they didn't really care. And then then I did one here in Indy while it was closed for COVID. I got to go in and investigate it.
I can't imagine the energy there.
Yeah, and what they started investigating before I got there, and they were trying to use a spirit box, and no one could hear it. I'm like, this place has a great sound system. Hook the spirit box to your sound system and play it through all these speakers you guys have. And they're like, we didn't think of that. I'm like, makes it way easier.
Check it out.
The thing that I would be so worried about trying to do any kind of investigation at a strip club is the amount of electricity that is going through that building.
Oh,
yeah. We were more trying to catch voices through a spirit box than actually doing EMF or anything.
Yeah, finally got a day shift job.
He did. He just switched jobs. He called to tell me about it a week ago. A lot better job all the way around.
Good.
Oh my God, Brad.
This time he doesn't have to worry about himself getting hurt unless he does something dumb.
I wouldn't make it past the parking lot without turning right. Yeah, you're probably right on that.
So, okay, I have a funny story to tell about.
Oh God, here's Joe.
To tell about strip clubs here, and this is not paranormal related. This is, 10 years ago at least. It was our bowling team. We were down in, I think it was in Anderson. It was either Anderson or Lafayette. We were bowling for the state tournament, and one of our teammates had just turned 21, never been to a strip club, and so we had that obligation. We had to go take him into a strip club.
Ooh. Anderson strip clubs would be scary.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
He was scared. He was green. He did not know what the hell to do.
Guy, why would you do that?
Yeah,
That's still just basically a kid right there, even 21 at times.
yeah. He was just a baby.
Yeah.
You mean other people wait till they're 21? Oh,
This one did.
Well, technically, you only have to be 18 to work in them. You can
Yeah.
be 18 and work in them. You just can't drink while you're there.
yeah.
Well, that's like not only just for strip clubs, but same with any bar. Like some normal bars will allow an 18-year-old to work at.
Yeah.
But it was just funny that night because he was trying to be as polite as he could possibly. It was just so funny watching him. Me and his uncle, he's one of my best friends. We're just sitting back there. We're just watching him and laughing at him. We were entertaining ourselves by watching him, how he reacted off the whole night.
You know, he had it better than what could have happened to me, because when I turned 21, my friends at the time, they said they were going to blindfold me and take me to some special place because I was 21. I am so glad that never happened.
I guarantee you that would have been a strip club.
I'm sure it would have been. I'm glad I prevented that from happening. And Tom makes a good point about me that I'm an angel. I will not let him bring any X-rated movies to my house.
Nick may be an angel, but that halo is being held up by horns.
Yeah.
All right, good
You
night.
mean to tell me that 21-year-old, nobody gave him a lap dance?
Oh, he got plenty.
Okay. Okay.
He got plenty. He was sitting there with his hands behind his back and letting him do whatever. And I'm thinking, no, you're not supposed to keep your hands behind you. Tim, have a good night. We need to get together. I do want to get you on one of our shows here.
Yeah, it's been
After
too long.
you clear your house out.
Clearing his house.
Long story there. I'm not going to discuss it on the show.
Okay. And Tom, I don't care if you know a good karaoke strip club. I am not going to that either.
I think that would be a great idea.
It
Oh
would.
God! Oh my God! Tom! Oh no! Don't even remind me. Gang rape? Seriously?
Ooh.
No. I'm skipping over that.
Strip club karaoke.
I think that'd be an awesome idea.
It would.
That's definitely an interesting concept.
You wouldn't have to hire strippers either, because the people that are up there singing, I guarantee you, more than half of them are going to take them clothes off if they're allowed to.
Well, my idea was to have karaoke singers, and the strippers had to dance to whatever they're singing.
There you go.
I mean, you're going to play music anyway.
How the hell do we end up in this conversation about talking about strip clubs all of a sudden?
You?
Me? I didn't say that. I didn't start this.
Actually, Jeremy did.
I might have, because the person who got me into the paranormal was a stripper, so I can't really say.
That's my husband's friends. It's funny because we'll go to the store and he'll go, oh yeah, here, let me introduce you to her. She was one of the girls. And I'm like, he was a bouncer at a strip club. And I'm like,
Brad.
that was one of the girls? Oh, Lord.
If it's closed, yes, but not when it's operating.
Okay, Brad, since you said this, I have to ask you, how did a stripper get you into the paranormal?
She was into the paranormal, and she was on the first team I was ever on, and she was dancing, and we were talking about things we were interested in, and it just kind of...
That was my next question. Did she set you down and perform like some ghost dance or something like that?
Yep. And we became friends, and we're still friends to this day. And
Is she still investigating?
yeah, she still investigates when she can. She still technically works at the strip club. She's just not a dancer anymore.
Oh, God damn it, Brad.
I don't know her, do I?
I don't think you met her. No.
Okay.
Did you get a lap dance, Jeremy?
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, you see, get back up there. If you did, I wasn't talking about when you were at the strip club. I was talking about, did you get a lap dance? If you didn't meet her.
Oh, that should have been directed at Brad.
But you just led on to something else when you stopped. Oh, here we go.
Zach's home. Good. Now he can get you on the computer.
Yeah, I cooked dinner and turned it off and everything.
Plead the fifth, chill.
I'm at. He asked me if I got a lap dance, and I'm like, why would I be getting a lap dance? I'm not. I wasn't with the stripper.
Well,
and the whole crew is there.
Well, you know, I can't believe I'm about to. Oh my God.
That's what
Okay,
happened.
so I'm going to actually say this, and I can't believe I actually am because I do remember saying this years ago. But I remember when I turned 21, there was only like one exception to a strip club like this. Of course, the place that I had interest in would have been like in Las Vegas. But there was only one reason I probably would have wanted to go to this. It was, in fact, actually Eli Roth ran this for a number of years in downtown Las Vegas. Like it's like yeah, it was like a horror style, like Halloween casino almost.
Mm-hmm.
And in one section they had a strip club, but the strippers there were zombie strippers. So they had like all the bloody makeup and stuff on.
That'd be entertaining.
Now that I probably would have loved to check out.
They still have boobs.
Yeah, but they're probably like almost like ripped apart almost. They're zombies. Zombie strippers.
Now we know what he's into.
There's a movie about that too.
Don't bring a UV light to a strip club.
Zombie strippers from outer space, isn't there?
He'll probably get a lot of evidence.
Isn't there a movie that has
there's Zombie Strippers is a movie.
That's what I thought.
All the bars in my hometown would bring in strippers during hunting season every year.
I bet. They're away from their wives.
Wow.
I don't care, Tom. That's not another one I'm not going to.
Yeah, I can't even remember the last time I've been to a strip club. It's been
me either, because I've never been.
Yeah, that makes two of us.
Long.
I'm glad
was
it hasn't
December.
happened.
I remember. I went up to Kokomo last December. So
Now I've heard about the one in Kokomo.
yeah,
That one is famous in this state.
it is. It is. That's why I wanted to go.
Yeah, I've never been there, but
It's not nearly as bad as everyone lets on. I will say that.
Oh, you turned it on.
Wilson, it's comical. What movie are you talking about?
I've heard some really bad stuff has happened there, but I've also heard some really good stuff happen over there.
What movie are you talking about, Brad? Not Brad Webb.
That movie Nick on Dawn's show? What?
I have no idea what he's. Oh, zombie strippers from outer space.
Yeah, it's a real movie.
Is that? I can't believe I'm about to ask this. This is not like some ripoff of Killer Clowns from outer space, right?
It can't be.
I think it has Jenna
It can't be
Jameson.
good.
I think it has Jenna Jameson in it.
Jenna Jameson's in it.
I believe so.
I wouldn't think someone like her would have been in it.
You know, Nick, I am flabbergasted that you even know who Jenna Jameson is.
Yeah. I've where the hell have I heard that name before? I know I heard it somewhere.
It is not something you want to discuss, I guarantee you.
Okay, good.
Where have I heard that name for? You just gave yourself away a whole lot more.
Oh, I know I've heard it somewhere, but I just don't know really.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
His innocence is going away one layer at a time, or the innocence.
Brad, Robert Englund is in this movie.
What? Robert? Okay, now I know who Robert Englund is. Of course.
Nuclear trial for history.
Well, everybody knows who Robert Englund is.
Well, I've met him too.
Hey,
It surprises me that Nick has ever heard of Jenna Jameson.
I've heard it from. It might have been. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was probably something like from Family Guy or something like that.
oh yeah, that's it.
I watched. Okay, I will admit, I watched Family Guy, South Park, some of those shows.
Yeah, Jenna Jameson is in it. I've never seen the movie personally, but I was pretty sure she was.
Yeah, Family Guy or South Park, I heard it from.
He spent a week with me. His innocence is gone. It's gone.
What? What the hell are you talking about, Tom? The 30-year-old Virginia. Well, you know what?
Virgin.
I think it's supposed to be virgin.
Yeah, I kind of
40-year-old virgin.
Yeah, I thought it was 40, not
with
30.
Steve Carell.
It is later.
Anything with Steve Carell's funny.
Yeah, I found zombie strippers on here, but it's not from outer space. It's just
zombie strippers. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I did find a link for zombie strippers from outer space, but it.
No.
Oh, zombie strippers from outer space is an album title.
Yeah, I think it's a record album.
Yeah, by a band named Curse of the Black Tongue.
Great.
Curse of the Black. You know what?
That would actually be a good story title. Curse of the Black Tongue.
I'm gonna have to. If that becomes a story, I'm gonna have to do an audiobook recording on that.
It'd be a story that I would write, Nick.
Yeah, you could write it, and I can record it.
Yeah. Well. You got to see how the story comes out first to see if that's something you would want to read.
Well, he can record it. Nobody will see him turning red.
Actually, a title like that, I could see that actually having something to do with something from ancient times.
I was thinking voodoo, but yeah.
Yeah, that's where I went.
I was actually thinking of something else, like if it was like going to take place in the 80s and this is a line from a movie, but that would have been something where I would, if somebody would have said, I'm going to call Michael Jackson. We got another video idea.
I don't think I even want to know where that one came from.
Call up Macaulay Culkin.
Can Nick survive 5 seconds of that story being read? Maybe I should, Jill.
Brad. No,
maybe I really, Jill. I might have to take Jill's advice for what she just said.
Cover your ears for a while.
I don't know why I got pulled into this.
It doesn't get better. You added to it. No, Mr. Innocent. No.
I think we've all added to it in some way.
I think I corrupted the show.
I was going to say, it's not only just me. Oh, and look who's also showing up.
Oh, don't do that. You'll get feedback.
What's up, Zach?
Hi, me.
The facial recognition has worked.
Okay, I'm leaving now.
All right.
Hi, bye.
Now, Brad, it's a little difficult to see now, but back there in the background, well,
I'm muted. Oh, no, not on there. No.
Who's this Facebook user now?
There we go.
That's David Wismer.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Okay, yeah.
Dave, I think Dave Wismer, if I'm correct, you're coming out to SilCon. I assume you are, right?
Full view.
So if you look, you'll see a couple bottles back there on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's one with an orange cap. There used to be a whole bunch of them back there.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have cleaned off that counter.
Oh, yeah, he rearranged everything back here. Got a new fish tank. The one from the bedroom's now down here. Mom has the little one.
Yeah.
And I've got my Egypt pictures back there.
Yeah, he just got new Egyptian pictures from that store, from Sarah and Lord's store.
Dave, we'll see you there. We'll be coming too. We're going to leave tomorrow morning.
And the best movie ever.
What movie is that? Hang on.
Young
Frankenstein.
Oh, Young Frankenstein. Okay.
I finally remembered to bring it in.
It's probably warped from the heat and done.
Now, Brad's got all kinds of stuff that he could share.
Yeah, I don't have any of it prepared though. I might have to come back and do another show.
That alone would be another whole show, just showing the kind of evidence that you've got.
Right.
Dave's already in Mattoon. Yeah, we're going to be leaving tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., Dave. So we'll see you guys there probably tomorrow afternoon. If we don't hear from Nick in a few days, it's because he searched where he knew Jenna Jameson from.
No. Well, let's put it this way, Nick. If you want to be able to focus your attention on Silcon, do not look up her name.
I won't.
You'll probably see photos of her boobs.
Yeah. Now that you told me that, now I definitely won't be looking her up. I'm innocent.
You know.
Oh, shit, you're innocent.
Look, if I was able to say this, I would have said that, look, I'm innocent because I would have had a wife and 3 girlfriends at this point.
He said she was his favorite.
Did you see a wife and 3 girlfriends?
Maybe.
All at the same time or total?
See, so we already know he went from innocent to, oh my God, unacceptable.
And Adrian, think of this. You didn't spend 4 days in the vehicle with him either. I did.
Got browsing history.
Brad just went full Mormon.
He did.
I'm gonna tell you what, those Mormons, don't let them fool you. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Oh my God, Jan's back.
Who knows who that is?
I can see it now. Nick is wearing black slacks and a white shirt. His hair is all slicked back. He's knocking on the door. Hey, have you heard the good news today?
Jill's right. Jan really missed out.
She probably didn't. She probably had to mute it if she's in the store.
Oh, check it out. Dave also brought up. He just saw the Booth brothers.
Oh, how are those guys doing?
Last time we saw them, they were doing really well. I mean,
Yeah.
we saw them. What was the last event? What was the last event we saw them at? They were. I think we saw them at. I think it might have been Ohio State Reformatory last time we saw them.
Somebody we know took a picture with Jack not long ago. I can't think of who it was, but they said he was really, really nice.
Oh, Jack Osborne?
Mm-hmm.
I have heard that multiple times about him.
He was at the Michigan Paracon this year, which, obviously, as I've told you guys before, I was originally supposed to go to that too, but unfortunately I was unable to because part of that was due to the recent trip we had, in Colorado. So, and I just didn't have enough time to take the time off or get the transportation. That was his first time going to Michigan Paracon, and I would not be the least surprised if he decides to go back.
I know. I kind of keep up with what he's doing. Of course, we all know what's online might not be exactly right, but he did. I know his mom and dad are thinking of moving back across the pond, and he's having a hard time with that.
Well, to the UK?
Yeah. Because, I mean, we all know his dad's at the end of his life, and he finally come out with he said, I'm in a lot of pain. He's really wanting to do that last tour, and he knows he can't. And actually, she is wanting to go back. He is not. He said, I'm American now. And she said, I want to go home for my last years. So that's kind of a turmoil they're in. And Jack come out saying, you know what? Why would you leave your kids here when you're in your end days with nobody to help you and friends there? So he's a little upset about that, but
Well, most importantly, also, I get it. Yes, they're from the UK, but Jack and his siblings had spent their upbringing mostly more in the US than they did in the UK. I mean, they still see that the UK is their home, but because they moved over here, this was where they had their childhoods and stuff. And we know that for a fact, because obviously I'm sure some of us remember when they had that show, The Osbournes, over 20 years ago. So you saw some of that. And I just recently saw a clip of that. And I look at Jack, who was only like 17 years old, I think, at that time. And it's like, you look at him back then and you look at him now, and you would never imagine when he was like 17 that he would grow up to be this big investigator.
Right.
Yeah, he was a chubby little dorky looking dude.
Yeah, he looked different too. Yeah.
Well,
his
attitude has completely changed too.
Yeah, she has done a complete 180, and she's people are bashing her about her weight now. They were bashing her about her weight before. You're not going to make them happy. Just live your life. Don't worry about what they're saying. She went through a weird stage in her life where people would consider it weird, but look what she grew up with. Her dad was biting heads off of rats. I mean, what the hell do you expect?
Right.
But
there's a lot of stories about that thing too, whether if it was real or not, or he knew it was real, or he thought it was fake and it turned out to be real. So many different stories on that thing.
Yeah, and I don't know the truth on that. I really don't, but
I don't think anybody ever will.
No, but to even see that with your dad with makeup and this and that, they grew up differently, and the sister went through some strange times too, and now she has a kid.
Brad, I'm still not going to show that picture.
What is Brad wanting now besides kicked in the ass?
Oh, he went with the whole Nick being a Mormon thing.
Oh my.
Nick, Brad.
I am so not going to show that picture.
Brad.
It's funny though.
Let's behave yourself for let's say 10 minutes. And I'll let you live 10 minutes longer.
Didn't Sharon go through a cancer scare recently?
She did. And she come out amazing. She was open with it. She did an amazing job. I think she's Brad. I do.
It's nothing bad. It's just so bad.
It's Brad.
It's so Brad. It's funny.
It is funny. He just sent it to me.
Yeah. No, but I have a lot of respect for her. But in all honesty, she runs the show.
Oh, yeah.
You can see that. She runs the show. But she really does present herself real well. And then when they did that reality show, you have to be a very patient person to put up with Ozzy to begin with. And then especially with it's almost like he has dementia at times.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what that's like to live with. Hell no.
I think they said that he does have something, either dementia, Alzheimer's, something like that.
I know he has Parkinson's.
Are we still talking about Ozzy? Because I was about to say, I think it was Parkinson's that he recently had.
And then he had that ATV accident. And
he crushed vertebrae. He's on a lot of medication, which that probably would explain this case. Like when they did the Osbournes Want to Believe, that's why he looked like he was in okay health, but he may have looked normal, but that was only because he was on all this medication that he took.
Yeah. And your liver and your kidneys can only take so much medication for so long.
Oh, yeah. So it's not, hate to say it, it's not looking good for him.
It's not. It's not. He's
Jan, what are you talking about? Public slaughter and
We're on a ranch.
no, we're not.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
the only thing I can possibly think of is when
Oh, the way she was slaughtered by everyone, the way she handled it was so gracefully.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't really know. Oh, on The View?
God damn it, Brad Webb.
He just saw a photo.
She was
What the
slaughtered
hell is
in a lot of
this?
places.
That's you as a
Really
Mormon.
As a what?
A Mormon.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about the public slaughter and that she's talking about, but I do remember her being on The View for a long time.
I'll get him.
In the door of the fridge.
But their daughter, I remember when she first came out with an album and she did a cover of Papa Don't Preach, and I thought she did a really good job on that song. But that's the only song that I really ever heard from her.
Who?
Kelly.
Kelly?
Oh, I didn't know Kelly did that.
Yeah, she got into music. I don't know if she's still in it, but she got into music. She released at least one album, and she did a cover of Papa Don't Preach.
Huh.
I thought she did a really good job on that one.
I remember listening to that original song going to school on the bus. That's yeah.
Yeah, I dare say she might have done a better job than Madonna did.
I wouldn't know. I haven't heard that version, but then again, when you only hear one version, you hear the original, you're stuck on the original, and you don't pay attention to anybody else's.
Yeah.
Here we go. Brad Ferris just Brad, and then Brad Webb is Braddy.
Oh my God. No, I'll nitpick both of them. It's okay.
Yeah, but at least one Brad doesn't get your death threats.
Yeah.
This is true.
And also, the other Brad we're talking about, Brad here, is he's actually supposed to come on July 32nd.
Yeah.
Well, right now we're talking about doing October 32nd.
Yeah. And if that doesn't work, November 32nd then.
That's a
And
big
an
day.
extra special holiday guest appearance.
Which probably will be in 2046 at 2:03 p.m.
I hope I'm still alive at that point. I'll be.
I won't be.
I'll be 60. Well, I'll be 66 at that time.
I'll be in my 50s then.
In 2046, I'll be 40 or 64.
That might even be during the midst of the zombie apocalypse too. So that would probably be one of our last shows to have before the zombies take over.
I would argue that we're already in the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, I believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody is so focused on their phones now, they don't see anything else.
Right.
Well, and then we have all the now how much is true or how much isn't. We're actually looking into this because I have some friends that are scientists and looking into, people talk about, and we have all these conspiracy theorists, and just like anything else, I think there's a little bit of truth in everything. So we're looking into what is the 5G and 6G doing to us? Is it really doing something? So I have a friend who's actually looking into that and doing the brain scans and, trying to figure that out. Whether they'll come up with anything in this amount of time, I don't know. but it is worth looking into.
So 2046, I just calculated. I'll be 53 in 2046.
Okay, Jan just sent me a link about what happened with Sharon. This was only a year ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was.
And also 2046, Tom's like, I'll be dead.
So this is why I don't remember this, because this is when I was still in the very early stages of recovery from that big surgery I had.
Yeah.
So this is why I don't know anything about this.
What were you saying, Adrian?
I said, by God, I hope I'm dead by then.
Will kill us. Al will kill us before 2046.
Yep, AI is going to take over the world.
Oh, AI. I thought it was Al.
Look, we got a new Pepsi design. Diet Pepsi.
New Pepsi design?
Yeah, they went to
That just came out this year.
The old circle.
Yeah, but it's diet. Hope it tastes the same.
Me too. I'll be mad.
All right. Brad, I got an off the wall question here for you, because I've been wondering about this, because it seems like only specific types of people had this. But what is it with you and these chauffeur hats that you wear all the time?
I love them. I got into them last year, and I kind of just keep buying them.
They look good.
How many do you have?
Like 10 maybe.
Do they all feel different?
They're all different patterns. They're all different color combinations. But yeah, I think I have 10. I have a special Freddy Krueger one that I'm going to wear this fall.
Oh, you should have
been
right.
It's leather across the top, and then has the stripes of the green and red on the side. And then I have the Freddy hat pin for it too.
That would be cool. Do you have like a picture of all these hats together?
No, but I can take one.
Yeah, you should do that. Post that sometime.
I will do that. I own like 200 hats total, so I did regular hats beforehand. So
okay, so you're a hat guy then.
Oh, I'm a collector of collections. I mean, I used to collect toys. I used to collect sports cards. I collect T-shirts. So yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I do see what looks like part of your NASCAR collection hanging up there on the wall behind you.
Yep, my NASCAR collection's back there. Part of my Ouija board collection's behind me. My Batman and Joker artworks all over this office.
So you're a DC fan then?
I am. I'm totally a DC fan. I have like 7 Batman tattoos. So.
Oh wow. Okay, so with that, how are you liking the DC movies that they're putting out?
I think they're okay. I mean, DC is going to always struggle against Marvel, but I think they're doing decent movies now. Finally.
To me, it seems like they're all over the place trying to find their voice, because they keep interchanging actors,
right?
Same roles,
right?
Especially Batman. It's like every time we have a movie coming out that's got Batman in it, it's
going to be someone new.
Yeah, it's always someone new. And Brad here did just bring up the point about Michael Keaton. I am glad that they brought him in for
the Flash.
Now is the Flash still Ezra Miller in this one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I haven't seen the movie, but I don't think it is.
Because I remember something about that they were saying they weren't going to bring him back in after that whole controversy thing,
right,
up on him. It just, to me, it just seems like those movies are overly dark.
Oh yeah, I like it, but they do like change out the Joker like every movie series too. But I like all the Jokers because they all play it differently.
Okay, Jill says favorite movie.
My all-time favorite movie is probably The Karate Kid, the original.
Hi, do you want a bite?
And who's your favorite villain?
Oh, that's good question.
That's a good question.
Joker's my favorite villain.
I figured that would be
Joker and Harley Quinn, considering I have a tattoo on my back that's like 2 feet tall and covers like half my back of Joker and Harley. So,
oh, wow.
Favorite Batman?
I like Keaton and then Bale.
My dad was just watching Dark Knight Rises just a few days ago. It was on, I think it was on FX. He was watching it just a few nights ago.
I'm going with
definitely my favorite, and then Bale.
There were so many good Jokers out there. Cesar Romero is just classic.
Right. I like the campiness of the original series and the 60s movie.
Yeah. Jack Nicholson was damn good. Heath Ledger did a really good job. Joaquin Phoenix,
Joaquin Phoenix was amazing. I even like Jared Leto. Jared Leto played it just a different way, and I know a lot of people hated him, but
I have actually never seen his part of Joker. So
that's the standee right there behind me is the
I've seen the pictures. He looks like a ghoul than anything else.
Yeah, he's all covered in tattoos, and I actually have some of the tattoos that he had on his body. I have all put on my own body, like when he had the hand on he had the mouth on his hand when he would go like that. I put that on my forearm, and then I have where he killed the Robin. He has a dead Robin, and it's inside of his right arm. I put it on my right wrist.
When did he kill Robin?
Well, you don't see it in the series, but in the comic book series, the Joker kills Robin.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then, technically kills Robin, and then he comes back as Red Hood, but
Robin and then Red Hood, so why not just call him Red Robin?
Right.
Red Robin, there you go.
Jill asked if you have a picture of your tattoos.
Yeah, not I have them all on my, well, not all, because I'm up to like 50 tattoos now, but most of them are on my Instagram account.
And she says, how many tattoos do you have?
I think it's up to 50 now, because I got a new one when I was down in Texas a few weeks ago.
Eventually, it's going to be one tattoo.
Yeah, it's all going to get connected.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it usually works. It's like 50 to 100 tattoos, and then you finally connect the dots, and then it's officially one tattoo. And Brad, I don't know if I need to get a tattoo.
They're addictive.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
You know what? That's why I got my vest. That's like the closest thing to a tattoo to me. The patches.
Yeah, I got a thing from Adam's family down in Texas when I was down there.
Oh, gee. You know what? I'd rather take a zombie stripper tattoo than a cockroach tattoo.
You know, I wasn't even going to bring that up, but since you did, we need to explore the possibility here.
A cockroach on a stripper pole.
No, that's not going to happen. Is this still Dave, or who is this that's saying that?
Yeah, it's still Dave.
Hey, money to see get a tattoo. Dave, you've known me for over a decade. You know I said before I wouldn't get a tattoo.
We all grow up. Things happen.
I didn't get my first tattoo till I was 27. And now I have 50.
I was 24 when I got mine.
I was 15.
Wow.
Yeah, my nephew was 13 when he got his first one.
Oh, wow.
His mom was there, so it wasn't like it was a surprise.
Oh, my mom was not. No. Mm-mm.
Slimer, that would be a Scott tattoo.
Yeah, it would. Book a tattoo artist for Perry Unity. People donate. He did this before about wanting me to shave my head. Now we're going to seriously start doing that with getting a tattoo.
At least your hair grows back. Tattoo ain't going away.
Who the hell are you talking about, Tom? When you look her up, I don't know who he's talking about. Look who up.
That stripper.
Jenna Jameson, probably.
Oh, no.
We'll call her a stripper.
That's not going to happen. Oh, geez. Dave said he was 8 when he got his first one.
It happens. Some of us.
Yep. But no, Tom, I'm not going to look her up.
Yes, you will.
Now, Tom, if you want Nick to be able to pay attention to anything at all, he is not going to look her up until after SilCon.
No, I got more stories I got to work on, so I do not need to do that.
You're an adult. You can divide your time. You're okay.
I'm still a child at heart, though.
Okay, now Adrian, think of what you just said. Him dividing his time. Time is not his best friend.
No, it's not. It's not.
Hey, he gets to work on time.
Oh God, Jen, please don't. Oh God.
And a nice one, Jim. There are ones where she's close.
Late to try to do that for this year. Next year, maybe. But it's a little late to do that this year.
Yeah, I don't think we can pull that off this year, but that'd be fun.
Yeah. Because Para-Unity is actually 5 weeks away.
Tom, if you try educating me, I will put my music on so I can completely ignore that. Oh, no, actually, better yet, I'll listen to my brand new stories I recently uploaded.
What you need to do, Nick, is read the story I sent you.
Yes. Yes. You know what? There we go. Now I got a perfect time to read it because I'll be able to stay focused and not.
But that's reading. You can still hear.
That's why I'm going to put my music on so I don't have to listen to them.
Would you be able to pay attention to what you're reading when you have music on?
Yeah, I've done that before. I got like dark ambient music, so if it's not like music that has no lyrics to it, I got this.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah,
because I know for sure I wouldn't be able to too if I was to listen to actual songs while trying to read. There's no way.
I was listening to Jenna Jameson in secret. Does she even do music?
Sure.
Well,
soundtracks to movies.
She does it to music.
Oh, forget it then. Forget it.
Still music.
That's what he falls asleep. You know what? And you know what? That's actually another thing too, is that I'll read until I fall asleep. But then again, of course, Tom could probably take a picture or video as like you guys have always done.
Okay, for the sake of Nick's sanity, let's go to Joe's question here.
Okay, what's this here?
Sanity?
Pretty much the paranormal is the only thing I really do besides normal everyday life. Because I investigate probably nearly every weekend. So
yeah, you do. You don't know when to stop.
Wow. Yeah, I don't.
I even said something to you about that.
I don't. Yeah, I don't stop much at all. So I'm pretty much busy every weekend now through the beginning of November. So
there's nothing non-paranormal that you're not into.
I mean, I like watching sports, but other than paranormal, no, I really just paranormal and podcasting.
You must have a lot of places to investigate.
Oh, I'm always somewhere. Let's see. I'm going to Step Cemetery. I'm going to the Rhodes Hotel. I'm going to the Pythias up in North Manchester. And then Para-Unity, and then the week after Para-Unity, I'm going to Prospect Place. And I think that's the last thing I have booked at the moment.
When are you going to Step?
Step is the 23rd, I think. Yeah, the 23rd.
Joe's got another question.
Is that the cemetery?
Yeah, it's
the one north of Hartford City.
No. Step Cemetery is down in Morgan Monroe, south of Martinsville.
Nick and Jeremy, do you guys remember when we went downtown and I showed you the courthouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting in.
Really?
How do you relax?
After hours shut down, we're getting in.
So Joe's also asking, how do you relax your joys?
What?
That's what.
How do you relax? What are your joys? That's what you say.
I'm pretty low key, always just relaxed. I just kind of go with the flow. So, and like I said, I like to collect things. I used to collect toys. I just sold most of them earlier this year. I collect hats. I collect bricks from haunted locations.
So do you have something from Waverly then?
Waverly, no. Ashmore Estates, yes. West Virginia State Penitentiary, yes. Ohio State Reformatory, yes. Monroe House, yes. Hartford City Jail, yes. The town of Hartford City, I literally stole a brick right out of the middle of the road.
And you really got a lot of places to add to your list.
Oh yeah, I've been lots and lots of cool places over the years.
I miss.
Here's your new nickname.
I miss Speakeasy there in Hartford City.
Oh yeah, I've been there a few times. It's pretty cool. I actually got a little girl on EVP there talking about my tattoos.
Oh.
Did she ask you how many tattoos?
She was talking about what they look like, from what I can remember.
30s.
But yeah, the Speakeasy in Hartford City is cool. My favorite place I ever investigated is closed down and probably won't ever reopen. So that kind of makes me sad.
Now, here's actually an interesting question, because since you've also checked out a lot of places in the state of Indiana, have you gone to Indiana State Sanatorium yet?
I've been there twice.
Okay.
It's okay.
Were you one of those that almost fell off the roof that one time?
Wait, what?
I didn't almost fall off the roof, but the roof almost fell in on us.
Oh,
because it was so in such bad condition. But yeah,
because I remember Clarissa talking about.
I was there with her. Yes.
Yeah.
And the crap ton of bats.
That's what she mentioned about the bats earlier.
We had bats at the Abbey. I mean, I guess Colorado's really full of bats. We have them in our kitchen half the time.
We had so many bats at Indiana State. 3 of the girls got swarmed by them. So I actually took I was walking through the cafeteria. I grabbed a cafeteria tray and walked down through these empty halls by myself to help the girls get out. But yeah, it was bad.
I guess Batman was not far away then.
Right. But my all-time favorite place I've ever investigated has got to be Fox Hollow Farms.
Fox Hollow Farms I've been trying to get to for the last couple of years.
Yeah, it's been closed down for 3 or 4 years now.
They closed it?
They had to. The town of Westfield, Indiana, shutting down.
Oh, jeez.
But I got to go there 20 times.
They were also making some really unreasonable demands too.
Yeah, he got involved with Ghost Hunts USA, and it kind of caused them to shut it down.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
how was that place?
Too.
That place was amazing. That place was absolutely crazy.
I tried my best to get out there for the last couple of years, but it sucks though. Maybe someone else will eventually try.
I actually got to swim in the pool twice.
You got to swim. The pool's still
yeah, the family still lives there. There's a family that lives there, and the pool's still operational. They still have the original pool hose that he used to strangle the guys with.
I actually heard that. Actually, Zach was telling me about that.
So I've actually held the hose. I've been in the pool.
It had to feel weird just knowing that some of Herb Baumeister's victims were.
My mom actually knew Herb.
Huh?
My mom actually knew Herb.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh my God.
She worked at a loan processing company here on the east side of Indy, and he had a mortgage a second mortgage on that house with her company, and he would never come down to pay his bill. So she'd have to call him every month and say, hey, we're sending someone up to pay the bill. What day do you want us to come up? And she'd have to talk to him every month.
Did you know that there's also a news clip of him you can find on YouTube of like an interview, like I think it was like on the subject of like roadkill or something like that he was trying to work on some kind of project to try to I don't remember what it was, but this was like, I think it was 1994 that it was
he killed himself in 96. So
yeah, he killed himself it was somewhere in the mid 90s. And looking at that news, and at first I thought, okay, maybe this is a different Herb Baumeister. When I knew for a fact it was, because they said it was in Indiana, it was close to that area, and it's just, you don't even realize that this was a news clip that he looks like an everyday person, but this was during his murder spree.
Yeah, he started in the mid 80s and didn't stop killing until he committed suicide.
Yep.
There was a book. Zach listens to a lot of audiobooks, and there was one about serial murders. And this guy that did this book was like, I mean, he did years of, like, he's not a psychologist, but years of, investigating how they think and whatever. And we were listening to that. We listened to a lot of those. Can you imagine going to sleep to those? Yeah.
Yep. I couldn't imagine living in that house.
Oh my God, especially after what happened there.
But the guy who owns it has the best name ever. The current owner of Fox Hollow Farms is Rob Graves.
Oh my.
I think I might actually be friends with him on Facebook now that I heard that name.
Yeah, his name is Rob Graves.
I remember it's fascinating to know, because I remember when they featured it on an episode of Paranormal Witness where I think Rob Graves and his wife were in it.
Yep.
And I was just, it was even,
I've seen that.
It's rare also what was so rare about that episode was that they brought in one of the actual investigators to the house, which had brought back a lot of memories when he was investigating there after Baumeister killed himself in 1996. So how common do you get to have that opportunity to bring in an investigator who investigated the murder scene of the house that you're now living in?
Right. And I used to work with one of the guys that was one of the crime scene guys for when they investigated Fox Hollow.
He had to be traumatized. I mean, any normal human.
Yeah.
You'd see that when you go to sleep.
They're still finding rib bones. As of 2015, they found an entire rib bone just laying in the backyard.
I would not be the least bit surprised that, because they said he was responsible for 20 or 30 murders.
They've identified at least 17 different DNA profiles now, but it could be way higher than that.
I was going to say there's probably more out there, and it could be years before they ever find them.
Right. So they've identified they've found 17 different DNA profiles, and that was the latest update I heard earlier this year. Because they're still technically
Yeah.
Good night, Brad.
Good night, Brad.
Have a good one, Brad.
Yeah, I know that he fled to, if I'm correct, he fled to Ontario, Canada before.
Yes, he went to Canada. The night before he committed suicide, he was sleeping in his car under an overpass, and a Mountie stopped him and said, "Hey, you can't stay here." But it hadn't got to Canada yet that they were looking for him, and the Mountie sent him on. But the Mountie said the backseat of the car was full of videotapes because Herb videotaped every murder.
He took it with him.
Yep, and they ended
up.
I
didn't know he filmed them.
Yeah, they filmed up. He had a vent in the room next to the pool where the camera was hidden.
I did not remember hearing that in the Paranormal Witness episode or anything else I'd watched involved.
I don't think you would. I really don't think you would. They don't tell the whole story, but I'll tell you what, there will never be another motel room I will ever go in that I don't put tape on that bathroom mirror.
The one thing I think that creeped me out more than anything else, by the way, about Herb Baumeister, again, memory from that episode, was the fact that he had all these mannequins placed in around his house, in various sexual poses. It was just
all around the pool.
Yeah, it just seemed like, and just like with the investigators, it just seemed really weird, bizarre, and somewhat creepy. You know,
he was
set up.
He was a very weird dude.
Have you all ever been to? Well, now it's called the Omen House, but the Helter Skelter House.
Oh,
I have not.
David Ullman, yeah.
David Ullman. So next year, we're going to go with a group of people to the.
I'll be right back, guys.
No, I can't even think of the place. It was just on the show with the with Josh Gatesy. Anyway, it's a mining town in California. The girls that were here last weekend, Jan, if you're still on, I know you can tell me what it is. What is it?
Expedition Unknown?
No. Yeah, it is, but he wasn't actually there. He was only videoed in. It's a mining town, and if you can get me past those damn roads, I might go, because these roads are awful, and those girls were telling me stories that were unreal about those roads. But they have connections to the actual place, to the owner. It's one guy that owns a whole mining town, lives there normally by himself, but now he's finally got some caretakers in there. But it's really cool because we can go there and then go straight to the Owen house. And do I have the utmost respect for David? No, I don't.
Yeah, he's a weird dude too.
Yes. But we have an open invitation at David's house at any point. Is it for fame? Of course it is. But I want to see what's the hype about. Is there really something there? His house had nothing to do with any of this. Nothing.
Yeah, it was the house next door, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, and that house doesn't even exist anymore, because believe it or not, even David had said again in another Paranormal Witness episode, the house where all those murders occurred was torn down over 30 years ago in 1992. So it doesn't even exist anymore.
Right.
And then the lot was split up.
Right. Yeah. It's a very uppity neighborhood at this point. Across the street is Michael Jordan. I mean, yeah, it's a very uppity neighborhood. I'd go just to meet them.
Right. I'd love to meet Jordan.
Yeah.
I've been to, not necessarily, but I've been up to the front gate of his house in Highland Park.
Michael Jordan's?
Yeah, Michael Jordan's. I got a picture of what number is it that he's got on
23.
23, yeah. We got up to the gate of his house and got a picture. So if I'm correct on things, he really lives not that far from me.
Oh, well, we're talking about the house in California.
Well, I think he's got like two houses. So
I'm sure he does.
Yeah, he's got one here, and then I think he's got one in California. So at times, if he's at the Highland Park one, then he's not far from me at all. Because I think he did spend he played for Chicago Bulls, so he lived here for quite a while.
Yeah.
He still does.
The house up there in California, there's no gates. It's not gated. Not like that.
Are you sure it's the Michael Jordan or Michael B. Jordan?
No, it's the Michael Jordan. We actually got to, when we were talking to him one day we were on StreamYard, just all of us joking around, and that's when I realized he's really off.
Just seeing him on the TV shows, he seems off.
Oh, imagine when he's not on the shows.
I saw that when he was on that episode of Ghost Hunters 15 years ago or however long.
That's still rated to a point. When he was just with us, there was no ratings. And I come in on the like 15 minutes into it and didn't realize that they started airing when I come in. And of course it wasn't like, on TV or anything else. It was on our channel. And I had no idea we were airing at that point. I thought it was just us goofing off. But then I'd had a few drinks. And we lived on a farm. You could hear the roosters, and of course that went completely somewhere else. And of course him and his big old doobie went completely somewhere else. Yeah, I mean, I've got him on my phone. I talk to him, but I'm gonna tell you what, there you have to pick your times to talk to that man, because it can go south real quick. But do I think that there's something in his house? Yes. Do I think he brought it there? Yes. Do I think he paid people to conjure it there? Yes. Do I think it's all the people he says it is? No. But I would like to see what's there, just to say I've been there. It's on a bucket list, just to say, hey, yeah, I've done it.
Right.
And, yeah, no, it's not. The land, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It's down the drive and on somebody else's land at this point, not his.
What the hell is that noise I keep hearing in the background?
Hold on, I'll put an end to that noise.
Oh, I was just wondering what that was.
It's 3 dogs playing.
Oh, okay.
Knock it off. It's one big white one that wants to play with everybody else. Oh, poor Rose. She got up underneath me like, I had nothing to do with it. Yeah, you big galoof. What are you doing?
I think I am looking at the entrance to David's house right here. It looks very unassuming right there on the road, because there's so much vegetation all over the place. But I remember seeing the inside of the house when he was on his shows, and it's a very nice house inside. But outside of it, you'd never be able to tell.
Yeah, yeah. When I was talking to John Doherty, and he was in there all the time. Okay, that's enough. I watched the live investigation all night with him, and no. I'd like to go. I'd like to just say I've been there. That's enough for me. Oh, Cerro Gordo. Jeez. That's what I was trying to think of in California. Cerro Gordo mines. They just did an episode on that. And I'll let you know that episode faked. There was no gold in Cerro Gordo.
He's had him on the show twice. Wait.
It was lead. That's what they mined there. Lead. And something else. That there was no gold there. That cat that jumped up there. There is a cat that lives there. My friend actually has a sister to it now. No. They put on a lot of stuff that just was not quite true. But that place is crazy.
TV shows aren't true.
You know, I really had a lot of respect for that show until I knew somebody who actually knew something about it and said, what the hell? I really had a lot of respect for Josh Gatesy. I did. And I do. I mean, he travels, he does a lot of things. And yes, I've seen the contracts that you have to sign with Travel Channel. No. You say that you're going to fake things if they don't happen because they're paying you to go. Right. So, yeah, I get it. But, you know, but I do like the fact that he does all the history and he goes to the places and actually talks to the people that are there and you know, different countries and gets with the culture. I have a lot of respect for him for that.
I do too. I like his shows. They seem
David Owen.
They seem more genuine than other paranormal shows.
His actions seem more genuine, and that he is actually really interested in these places that he goes to.
I believe he really is. There was a behind the scenes thing that I saw. I've actually got him on one of my things. Have I ever really talked to him personally? No. But I follow a lot of the behind the scenes things. And how much of that is monitored? I'm sure it is. But he was actually out on scene when his wife started going in labor, and that was that was a neat little clip to see. He did make it. He made it home, but yeah, I really do like him. Of course, we like a lot of them until we know the truth. So I don't know. We'll see.
That's pretty much how it goes for just about all of them.
Jenny, yeah,
All right.
Hell.
15 past the hour. Yeah.
We got one starting in 15 minutes, don't we? She was going to be late.
Greg starts his show in 45 minutes.
Yeah, he's
so
still.
If we really wanted to, we could go an extra 45 minutes, but
I have to be up for work at 4 a.m. I don't think I could go an extra 45 minutes.
What time is it where you are?
It's 10:15.
Oh, hell
no. Let's be honest. He's
got to
get up. Let's be honest. He's got to get up early so he can work at that strip club before they show up.
You know, it's great, Joe. We all have to actually.
I wish, but no.
Shit sucks.
My real job, I have to be there at 5 a.m, so I got to get up at 4. So.
Yeah, no.
And I don't have to work until 1 p.m. tomorrow.
Well, I don't have to work at all because I'm going to be going my way to SoCon. Although I still got to get up around like 9 a.m. or no, 8:30 a.m.
Yeah. All right. Well, so as we wrap up the show, we still got quite a few viewers here. So let everybody know where they can find you, where they can follow you, your podcast.
Okay. Yeah. Hit me up on Facebook, Brad Ferris. My profile picture changes all the time. Right now, I think it's me holding Harley Quinn doll. I'm on Instagram. You can find me on my Wicker Bill page.
Your what?
Wicker Bill. That's where we do my podcast on Friday nights.
Oh, okay. I thought it was some new platform. I'm like, what the hell?
No. Wicker Bill is where my
Wicker Bill.
Yep. That's the where we do the podcast on Friday nights. But yeah, I'm easily found on Facebook. I'm friends with all three of you, so
you might also be able to find them at the closest nearby strip club.
That's gonna be you now that you're curious.
Maybe. I've not been since December. It has been a while.
Joe makes a good point.
Come on, man.
Joe also makes a good point. If you didn't know, Brad, in addition to this show, I do a couple other shows, and one of them is a show called Fear Fans, which we do on Tuesday nights, and that's a show where we talk about different horror movies. So maybe at some point we can get you on for that.
Cool. I'll be honest, not a huge horror movie fan, but I have seen all the Omens. I've seen most of the Friday the 13th. So
you guys haven't covered the Omen yet, have you?
No, we haven't. We have not. Yeah,
I have seen all 5 of them.
Me too. I've seen them all, including the remake.
There you go. Yep. When you guys are ready to do the Omen, get a hold of him.
Yep. Wait, did you ever see? I gotta ask. Did you ever see? I know it only lasted for one season, but the Damien series. Did you watch that too?
I did not watch the series.
It's, believe it or not, it's actually supposed to be like basically a sequel to the original film.
Okay, my favorite of the 5 is the second one. Actually,
I like the second one too,
where he's a teenager and actually starts using his powers. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, and that's also and also as one of my what's his name? The guy that plays the general.
Oh yeah.
Damn it, I can't even remember his name. It's oh my god, it's killing me now. I can't. Oh, Lance Henriksen. Yeah, one of my favorite actors. Lance Henriksen's in it, so it's a good. But I also like the third one too, because who would have guessed
that he becomes president?
Yeah, who would have guessed that the actor who was in the third film playing Damien would be Dr. Alan, would later be Dr. Alan Grant in the Jurassic Park movies.
Right.
Who would have guessed?
But yeah, I love the Omen series. I have seen all of them. I saw the remake. I went opening day of the remake, which was June 6, 2006. So
I remember that when that came out.
I remember them.
I missed you too. Love you. Happy birthday, baby.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Nice to meet you too, Jen.
I didn't say you were 21. I just said this is the anniversary of your 21st birthday.
I said she's 21. She is. Look at her. Come on.
And Brad, I actually forgot when they released the remake. I mean, also don't forget they didn't really pronounce the day. They always would just say it as 6606.
Right. And that's the day it came out.
Yep.
Yeah.
They should have done the original one like 10 years earlier, like when it could have been like
66.
Yeah, 6666.
Yep. But yeah, whenever you talk about The Omen, I'll definitely come on because I love that series.
See, Jill she's a co-host on that show, so it's obvious she wants you on for that one.
Why didn't I know this? Why didn't I know? Never mind, because I'm working.
I have, well, we have offered you to come on that show, but I know you're, like you just said, you're busy.
If it's any time between 6 and 6 Mountain Time, I'm screwed.
No, it'll be 7:30 your time when they come on.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
It's 8:30 our time when we do it.
Yeah, my problem is, I'm usually at 6 to 6 yelling at people.
Jenny's like, let's just keep it at 21.
That's
okay,
right.
so this means we're gonna keep it we're gonna still keep this at 24 for Eileen, and now in this case we're gonna keep it 21 for Jenny.
Well, okay.
Look at her though. I mean,
for the sake of arguments, Jenny, because I am not going to bring up the hear no evil, see no evil, say no evil.
What kind of life is that?
Uh-huh.
What kind of life is that?
That's
Jenny's like, I am saying nothing.
No, it's a funny story. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's end the show tonight.
Why? It's been so much fun.
I
do have to be up in like 6 hours, so I do understand.
I told you we were going to be a bunch of squirrels.
I've had fun. I've enjoyed this.
Doing the uncomfortable mom.
Next week we have Kate
Frozzy.
I'm trying to remember that. Yeah, we
From
got
my area.
Frozzy. She's from the UK, but she's currently in Chicago.
Just an hour away.
Wow.
So at least, Chicago for the time being. She is going to be going back to England for.
No, she's actually going to back to Amsterdam.
That's right.
Like, I'll say this. I mean, I'm not going to say be too personal with it, but man, what a dual citizenship she has. She has lived in different, not just only in the UK, but throughout her life has been living in several different countries throughout Europe. And now she officially is a U.S. resident in her first place.
I would love to do that.
Well, that's something more that she would have to answer, of course.
I would love doing that. Send me to UK anytime because America's getting crazy.
I can't even tell you how many times.
It's been crazy.
I cannot even tell you how many times, like, for example, Lois has told me to come out and move to Scotland.
You know what? If this shit continues with China, that might be your best bet.
It might be. And I have Scottish ancestry, so that might
there
be.
You
but then also another one, because since Jenny's on here, because I also got Irish ancestry, Ireland would be another good one.
It doesn't matter what ancestry you
100% Viking.
Want to go.
Yeah. Yep. See you tomorrow, Tom. And also, Brad, just so you know, Jill just added you, and so did Tom.
Yep. I was doing it on my phone off camera.
All right, let him get to bed before he gets hurt at work tomorrow, and it's our fault.
Yeah. So next week, don't forget, we got Katie Frozzy on the show, and we're pretty excited about this one. This is going to be a good. She is actually going to be probably interviewing us because that's what happened on.
She's just incredible. I mean, and Adrian, if you didn't know, I mean, she was on with us on Fear Fans. Jeremy was he already had the opportunity of meeting her. So
does she? Have y'all warned her that I have no filter? I mean, talk to her.
We will definitely.
Okay.
So,
and if I have to be good, keep Brad off the show.
I don't think that's going to happen.
It'll happen. Watch, I'll hit block. Touch the finger.
That ain't going to work on stream.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys would if I have to share. If I had to move to either, I would have to basically live throughout both countries, the UK and Ireland.
What's wrong with that?
Might have to get dual citizenship for both of those too.
Yeah, what we'll do, Nick, is we'll just cut you right down in half, and Agent Jenny can have one side of you, Bella can have the other side of you.
You're gonna get part of me to Adrian? Why?
Well, I gotta keep some of you.
So just figure out what body part you want, and we'll just.
I've never been. Let's go.
I mean, hey, you know what they say? It'll cost you an arm and a leg.
I'm going to take your hand to the strip club.
I am so not going to touch that one. On that note.
Okay.
We'll see you guys next week.
Let's cut this before it gets too long.
Hey, just to put this to an end, that new strip club ending would be good.
Dream of strip clubs, Nick. Find out who Jenny is. Good night.
Good night, everybody.